Hey guys, Cat Kudos here. Listen, we all love our cats, right? Like they're basically our furry, four-legged children who judge us from the couch. But sometimes, we gotta leave the house, even if our cats would rather us stay home and cater to their every whim. It's rough being owned by a cat, I get it. So, to make sure your cat doesn't burn the house down the second you leave, I'm here to break down the 8 most common mistakes you might be making when you leave your feline overlord home alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, first up, let's talk about hazardous items. These are the things that might seem perfectly safe to us, but can be a real danger to our feline friends. You know, the stuff that's perfectly harmless to us giant humans, like cleaning supplies or medications. But could turn your cat into a furry little escape artist? Cats are incredibly resourceful and can get into places you wouldn't even imagine. Think cleaning supplies under the sink, which can be toxic if ingested. Those little pill bottles that roll around like cat toys, but contain substances that could be harmful. Or even that loose string hanging off the curtain, which can be a choking hazard. Cats are naturally curious creatures. They love to explore every nook and cranny of their environment. They see the world as one giant, mysterious playground, full of adventures waiting to happen, just begging to be explored. With their mouths, they chew on things to understand their surroundings. And let's be real, cats are basically tiny agents of chaos wrapped in fluff. They can turn any room into a disaster zone in minutes. They're gonna find a way to get into everything and anything. No drawer or cabinet is safe from their prying paws. It's like they have a sixth sense for trouble. If there's something they shouldn't get into, they'll find it. So do yourself and your cat a favor and lock that stuff up. Make your home a safe haven for your furry friend. Put it high up on a shelf, out of their reach, secure it in a cabinet with child-proof locks if necessary, or just, get rid of it altogether if it's not essential. Trust me, your cat will thank you in their own special way. By being a little less chaotic. By not destroying your stuff and living a happier, safer life. Next up, we gotta talk about windows. Those seemingly innocent panes of glass that separate your cozy indoor world from the wild, unpredictable outdoors. Those magical portals that let in the sunshine and fresh air, filling your home with warmth and a gentle breeze. And also, tempt your cat with the siren song of the great outdoors. It's like an irresistible call to adventure for them. Look, I get it. The view from your window is probably pretty sweet. Maybe it's a lush garden, a bustling street, or a serene park. Birds chirping, squirrels taunting, leaves rustling in the breeze. It's a whole world of entertainment out there. It's basically cat TV. But here's the thing. Your cat is not an outdoor enthusiast. They might think they are, but trust me, they're not. Your cat is a domesticated house panther who thinks a light breeze is a hurricane. They are built for comfort, not for the wild. Leaving windows open, even just a crack, is basically asking for trouble. It's like dangling a carrot in front of a rabbit. Cats are masters at squeezing through tight spaces. They can contort their bodies in ways that seem almost magical. One minute they're chilling on the windowsill, the next, they're halfway down the fire escape, wondering how they got there. It's a slippery slope. And trust me, you do not want to be that person posting lost cat flyers all over the neighborhood. It's a heart-wrenching experience. So, do yourself a favor and keep those windows closed. It's a small step to ensure your cat's safety and your peace of mind. If your cat needs some fresh air, get them a cat tree by the window or, just open the door for like 5 seconds. They'll survive. And you'll avoid a lot of unnecessary stress. Alright, let's talk about the basics. Food and water. I know, it seems obvious, but it's crucial. But you'd be surprised how many people forget to make sure their feline overlords are properly fed and watered before they leave the house. It's not just about filling the bowl once and forgetting about it. Listen, cats are not camels. They can't just store up a week's worth of sustenance in their little furry bellies. They need consistent care and attention. They need regular meals and access to fresh water, just like the rest of us. Skipping a meal or two can make them feel stressed and anxious. Imagine if someone just, locked you in your house without any snacks or drinks. You'd be pretty miserable, right? You'd be pretty pissed, right? Now think about your cat feeling the same way. Well, cats are the same way, except they can't just order a pizza or raid the fridge. They rely on us entirely for their sustenance. They depend on us, their benevolent, or not so benevolent, owners, to provide for their basic needs. It's a responsibility we take on when we bring them into our homes. So do yourself and your cat a favor and make sure they have plenty of food and water before you head out the door. A well-fed cat is a happy cat, and for the love of all that is holy, make sure their water bowl is actually clean. Fresh water is essential for their health. Nobody wants to drink out of a bowl that's got more fur than water in it. Keep it clean, and your cat will thank you. Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, the litter box. I know, it's not the most glamorous subject, but trust me, it's important. Because a dirty litter box is a surefire way to turn your house into a biohazard zone. Cats are pretty particular creatures, especially when it comes to their bathroom habits. They like their litter box to be clean, they like their privacy, and they definitely don't like to feel like they're walking into a minefield of their own making. So, if you're the type of person who thinks scooping the litter box once a week is sufficient, I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. Dead wrong. Cats are like tiny, furry dictators, and they demand cleanliness. Scoop that litter box at least once a day, preferably twice. And while you're at it, give the whole thing a good scrub every now and then. Your cat will thank you, and your nose will definitely thank you. Alright, let's talk about entertainment. Because even though cats sleep for approximately 23 hours a day, they still need some stimulation in their lives. Otherwise, they might decide to create their own entertainment, which usually involves destroying your furniture, terrorizing your houseplants, or plotting your demise. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. Cats are natural hunters, and they need an outlet for all that pent-up energy. So, before you leave the house, make sure your cat has plenty of toys to keep them occupied. And I'm not just talking about one or two sad, neglected toys gathering dust in the corner. I'm talking about a veritable smorgasbord of catnip-stuffed mice, feathery teasers, and laser pointers that will have them chasing red dots like furry little addicts. Okay, let's talk about electrical cords. Those long, tempting snakes that wind their way through our homes, just begging to be chewed on by curious cats. Look, I get it. To a cat, an electrical cord probably looks like a super fun chew toy. But trust me, it's not. Chewing on electrical cords is not only a choking hazard, but it can also lead to serious injury, or even death. Cats are naturally curious creatures, and they love to explore the world with their mouths. But unfortunately, their little kitty brains don't understand the concept of electricity. They don't realize that chewing on a live wire can give them a nasty shock, or worse. So, it's up to us, their responsible owners, to keep those cords out of reach. Alright, let's talk about trash cans. Those magical receptacles where we discard our unwanted leftovers, smelly garbage, and the occasional embarrassing secret. To us, they're just a necessary part of life. But to a cat, they're a tempting buffet of forbidden delights. Think about it, to a cat, a trash can is basically a giant smorgasbord of delicious smells. There's the pungent aroma of yesterday's dinner, the sweet scent of rotting fruit, and the always enticing odor of, well, you know, cat litter. And let's not forget about the textures. There's crunchy plastic wrap, soft paper towels, and the always satisfying crinkle of empty food wrappers. It's basically a sensory playground for cats, but unfortunately, it's also a recipe for disaster. Because let's be real, the stuff we throw in the trash is not exactly hygienic. In fact, it's often downright disgusting. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about closed doors. Those seemingly innocuous barriers that separate one room from another, keeping our homes organized and our sanity intact. But to a cat, a closed door is basically an insult. It's a challenge. It's a sign that there's something amazing happening on the other side, and they're missing out on all the fun. Cats are naturally curious creatures, and they hate feeling left out. So, if they see a closed door, their instinct is to find a way to open it. Whether it's scratching at the carpet, batting at the doorknob, or just plain old meowing incessantly until you give in, they will not rest until they've explored every nook and cranny of your home. So there you have it, folks. 8 common mistakes to avoid when leaving your cat home alone. I know it seems like a lot to remember, but trust me, your cat will thank you for it. Or, they'll just continue to judge you silently from atop their cat tree. Either way, at least you'll have the peace of mind knowing that you've done everything you can to keep your furry little overlord safe and sound while you're out conquering the world. Or at least conquering the grocery store. Remember, a happy cat is a well-behaved cat, most of the time. And a well-behaved cat means a happier you. So go forth, be responsible cat owners, and may your homes be forever free of cat-related chaos. We loved having you here at Cat Kudos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.